Hello again. This is the second day of testing of the Hollyland Lark 150 wireless microphones. We went back around the same dog walk today, but today I had the sound levels turned down on both microphones. Karen's a bit more because I was wanting to see what the difference was. So we followed the same route as the other day, and I started quite low on the dBs and worked up. And what I've discovered, I think, is that if I leave them both on a 6 or 7, when I import that video file into iMovie, the sound track has plenty of room to go. In other words, I've got usable sound and I can increase the sound level in iMovie should I need to. What I found is I don't think I will need to if I leave the dBs on 6 or 7 on both channels, because it doesn't peak. If Karen gets a bit shouty because she gets excited, it doesn't peak and it doesn't distort. Has been the broad result of today. So I'm going to try and keep this short. So the sound recorded today, this bit and the bit we recorded on the dog walk, hasn't been edited in any way. Again, there's been no filters applied, haven't played with the volume. It's just as it was recorded and put on the video, flat and stock, so that you get some idea of the sound that's being recorded. As I say, there's plenty of room on the sound file, on the soundtrack that we've recorded today, to increase. I can take the levels up in the sound file across the entire sound file without it distorting. There's plenty of room in there to play with it. And plenty of, I've tried it with lots of different filters and it'll do all sorts to it. But I've got to say, I quite like it flat. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll leave it on 6 or 7 for a while and see what happens. Anyway, trying to keep this short. Have a listen to the video. Again, it's just wandering around the woods with the dogs and talking rubbish just to get some idea of the sound file. But you're welcome to it. It's there as a point of reference for nothing else. Thanks for watching. Bye. Right. Welcome back. We're back on the dog walk.
Still not giving the dogs the ball.
And
You've got it.
everything I've just been talking about, you've missed because I didn't turn the camera on. So we have to start again.
Well done.
Karen's 30 feet in front of me. We're both connected up using the lavalier microphones. The input level on my channel is 6 dB and on Karen's it is 1 dB at the moment. I have had headphones plugged in, which is why it's now 1 dB.
Go on, bite him.
Because even at 2 or 3 dB she was going off the scale.
That's like having a walk with sharks.
And I think it's to do with the pitch of her voice. She's got quite a high pitch voice. So those higher notes
You both think I've got it.
cause a little bit of distortion.
Look, empty pockets.
As I said, we're on the
Don't have it.
lapel microphones today for this walk, just as a test. And we're in safety mode. Because all I want these to do is, I want to be able to quickly just plug them, take them out of the box, put them on, and use them. And be confident that we're going to get usable sound on the both of us. So after a bit, I'm going to readjust the sound levels and turn them up a little bit. And obviously each time I do it, I'll state what they are for my use later on when I play this video back, so we can see what the sound levels are. But I need to catch up with her, and we need to talk about nothing really, close together, and see if we're interfering. We're following the same route yesterday because I did notice there was some interference on the sound, and I think that might have been because we're following power lines on this route. So at this point we're following power lines. Will I get the same interference today? We were in stereo mode here yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, whenever, and now we're in safe mode. We shall see what we shall see. Karen.
What?
I just need a little piece close together so we can test the microphones. So without...
Give your dogs their ball.
Oh God, aye. Sorry, I forgot about the ball. I was busy.
I've told them to bite you.
Well, why didn't you just say to me, give the dogs your ball, without shouting at me, obviously. That's why I couldn't get the thing in my pocket. The headphones in my pocket, there was a ball in it. There you go. I'm old and daft. So,
yes, daft.
see, see, shouting at that point. You could have just said yes, daft. But you've got to
Excuse
shout it at me.
I'm angry. I've been harassed by the dogs all this way because you wouldn't bloody give them the ball.
Because I was dealing with technical issues. Right, I'm going to stop now and we're going to dial the modes up a bit. So I'm going up to 7 and you're now at 2.
Oh, lucky me.
Well, lucky the rest of us because you keep screeching, howling like a banshee.
Come on.
Where have the dogs gone?
Come on then. Billy, Dickie, give us your ball. Good. You got your ball. Such a pretty dog. Told you should have just gone and beat him.
Doggy.
Can't get your ball. What are you doing?
So I'm using the Hollyland Lark 150 set to safe mode. And the dB input at the moment is 6 for my channel, 2 for Karen's channel, and we're using the lavalier microphones.
Oh,
and the unit is connected to an Osmo Pocket, the DJI Osmo Pocket camera. The first one, not the Pocket 2, the first one. And they're connected through the DJI
Has a Billy got a ball?
adapter, the Type-C to 3mm audio jack adapter.
Go get your ball.
And it is the DJI one. I did try a generic one, but it didn't work. There's lots to this for an old man to wrap his head around. So I'm trying to keep it simple now. So hopefully this system, I take it out of the box, it turns itself on, it sorts itself out. All I've got to remember to do is plug the cable in. And trust me, the other day when I was recording a bit in the shed, I did a whole bit to camera and then realised I hadn't actually connected the cable to the receiver.
Well, you've just
So
done
the
a similar
camera-
thing earlier.
Camera wasn't connected.
You've just done a whole lot of filming and not turned the camera on.
Yes, I have just done a whole lot of waffle to the camera and then noticed I hadn't turned the camera on.
Well, it definitely
Because that's old and daft and an idiot. And with the dogs and everything going on, there's too much going on. I get confused. Earlier in the year, during the summer, Forestry England have been thinning. And some of the heavy machinery have left these big ruts in the ground along here. And now, since we've had some rain, they're filling with water. And having spaniels, you can't keep them out. They will not stay out of water. Madness. So if anyone's ever thinking of getting a spaniel, this is what you've got to cope with. They'll always be wet, they'll always be muddy. Don't moan about it, just deal with it. It's the nature of the beast. Yeah, there is a breeze and it's blowing directly at us at the moment. And these lapel microphones have got the little foam covers on. So it's a good test to see how they're coping with that, which is why I'm talking nonsense.
Well done, Bella.
To get a real world feel for them. As I say, the main reason I've got these is because Karen came up with this idea of doing some videos around English heritage sites. Not a review of the sites, just we'll visit different sites and do a video while we're there, show you a snippet of them. But not a review. I'm not really into reviews. Just because I like something doesn't mean you're going to like it or anyone's going to like it. It's like these videos I make about things that I buy. They're not really reviews, they're just my thoughts on it. And I'm not saying they're good or bad. They're good or bad from the angle of how I want to use them in the places I want to use them, if that makes any sense. So, like this microphone system, I want something I can just plug in, turn on, plug in and use. And it doesn't have to be the best sound in the world, it's just got to be reasonable. It's got to be clear. I suppose nobody likes to listen to scratchy, horrible sound when they're watching the video. Right. I thought I was on 6, I wasn't. I was on 7. I'm now on 9. I was looking at the safe mode, -6 decibel.
Oh.
Right, I'm now on 9. Karen's on 4. She's 50 feet away from me, and
You are a geek.
just waffling on the little lapel microphone and throwing the dog ball at me, which is covered in filth. She's taking far too much pleasure in throwing things at me. This could be a sign for the future. I'll have to watch her. Did I tell you I've become allergic to chocolate, and if I have it I might get very ill?
Okay, I'll give you none. Everything.
That might have backfired.
No biscuits for you today then.
Oh no, if they're on biscuit, that's fine. That's fine. The biscuit counteracts it. But I can't have chocolate if it's got caramel with it.
Nobody can, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Cadbury's caramel. Cadbury's, what the hell were you thinking? That's disgusting. It's far too sweet. It's like the makers of Caramac. Ugh.
Now, I used to like the original Caramac, but the thing they've brought out now I'm not keen on.
Or is it an Aero one or something?
No, it's...
Cadbury's.
I'm sure it's Cadbury's, but I'm not keen on it.
Oh well. It's caramelly stuff. I like toffee. I like Devon toffee especially. And
You like
yeah,
punch?
I like toffee. In the UK, at Christmas time, we have tins of sweeties all covered, all wrapped in little colourful foil wrappers. Quality Street and whatnot, and roses and what's it. But they've all been taken over now with celebrations. Basically all the chocolate manufacturers are making miniature versions of their chocolate bars and wrapping them up. But it's not the same. Christmas you should either have Quality Street or roses. Them's the rules. Now in the Quality Street you get a toffee penny. Oh, I do like a toffee penny. Pull your fillings out, toffee, that stuff is. It's marvellous. But if it's room temperature, it's very, very creamy and chewy, and I do like it. Yes. Out of Quality Street and roses, I've got to say I prefer Quality Street.
Roses.
There's a nice selection in there. There's some things in roses I like. That swirly chocolate with a hazelnut in, that's very nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like the purple one, and I like the green
See, I'm
one.
not keen on the purple one, because that's a chocolate shell. I'm telling you what they are, but most people will know, but just in case you don't. Chocolate shell with soft caramel and a hazelnut in the middle.
It's the hazelnut that makes it for me.
Yeah. Well, for some reason, almonds and hazelnuts and nuts in general, chopped up in chocolate, add something to it and makes it nice, in my view.
My ones I don't like is I hate the orange one.
And we don't like anything, any chocolate flavoured orange.
No, or mint. I actually can get away with mint, just to say. But I don't like this. I'm not keen on the strawberry
All right. Edith, we're talking chocolate now. What is, this is an important question, this. Out of the chocolate that's available here in the UK today, if you could go out and buy some chocolate now, what would you have?
Rum Raves and Bourneville.
Yes, I would have the same. Now, Cadbury's used to make this bar of chocolate, rum and raisin flavoured chocolate, called Old Jamaica. Jamaica rum, that type of thing. And it was basically chocolate with raisins in it and rum flavouring. It's now Bourneville rum and raisin, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I think I'm not sure for the Old Jamaica, when you could get it, was made with dark chocolate. It was milk chocolate, wasn't it?
I think it was dark.
Was it? I can't remember. It's been that long. But Cadbury's, your rum and raisin chocolate is blinding. It's really nice. Now I have a friend that doesn't like anything in chocolate except chocolate, because he says it's a con. They put lumps of other stuff in so they give you less chocolate. He might have a point. I don't know. I don't care. Dex! Can't put the dog in the lead. Bear with me. Right, we're back. That was
Trying to round the hounds up.
Trying to round the hounds up. We're getting close to the car park. So as we're close to the car park, we put the dogs back on the lead.
The main reason is, if he doesn't, and Dexter gets to the field, just before at the car park, he will sit in the middle and will refuse to get back in the van.
Yeah, he can do that. If he doesn't think the walk's been long enough, Oh, he's spat the ball out.
Or he doesn't think the game, the walk should be over.
The ball went past Karen. Bella's gone for it and dragged her about. Yes, if he doesn't think the walk's long enough or he wants it longer, when we get back to the car park, if he's not on the lead, he'll just take off away into the middle of the field near the car park and sit there. And when you go to get him, he slowly walks away.
But our dog is not the only one, because there's a guy.
Yeah, there's a few dogs do that. There's a guy with a collie, and the collie just takes off and he won't come anywhere near.
We left the car park one day to do our dog walk, and he was sat in the middle of the field. When we came back, he was still trying to get his dog back in.
That's true. Right, we're back at the car park, so I'm going to sign off. Bye.